I walk into town today at this time of pandemic, and all the stores are closed except for supermarkets. I went to get some food. I crossed paths with this indigenous-looking old couple. The lady was carrying several bags with groceries, food for a few days for 2 people. And the old man was carrying on his shoulder a 6-pack of 2-liter bottles of Coca-Cola. The 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola is so ubiquitous in this part of the world. People cannot live without it. What did that dad in the 70s say, the song about coming together? And I want that phrase. My father, a staunch communist, always had Coca-Cola in the refrigerator. He first offered you beer or whiskey or wine, and then he was like, well, you must have Coca-Cola. And I was like, but that's water with sugar. But he thought it was a sign of having something for everybody in the refrigerator. I was in Mexico once, and this little child came to buy one of these 2 liters of Coca-Cola. And at the same time, I was buying a very large papaya, very large, as big as a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. And we paid almost exactly the same to the cashier, or to the lady running the store. It was in a supermarket. It was just a little bodega. Those 6 liters of Coca-Cola this man was carrying, on those 6 bottles of 2 liters, those 12 liters of Coca-Cola that man was carrying on his shoulder, cost about the same as 100 eggs here, or 50 apples, or 2.5 kilos of cheese. I've seen the plastic Coca-Cola bottles thrown at every beach on the planet I've been to, from the Gulf of Thailand to the Mexico shores. And now in many places in the third inferno, when they sell you the Coca-Cola, they also give you little plastic cups. And many people in these places find it like a show of wealth, I guess, to leave behind the bottle and the plastic cups. Sundays are a terrifying day for many of these places because the trash that is left behind. God, let's not go into styrofoam, that's another story. Or Disneyland, which is also another one. The other time I saw these people leave a 1-liter bottle of Coca-Cola behind. Oh wait, I also saw the other time this motorcycle driver who doubles as a taxi. He takes people on the behind him as a taxi. I saw him going driving, and he came to a house, and the lady came out, and he delivered to her a plastic bag with a 2-liter Coca-Cola, cold bottle of Coca-Cola. And then I noticed he was carrying 3 or 4 more bags, so he was doing deliveries of cold 2-liter bottles of Coca-Cola. People were bothering to call and arrange for the delivery of Coca-Cola like an essential element of life. And what is this Coca-Cola? It's just water, sugar, and some chemicals. And we pay dearly for it. I was saying I saw the other time these people leave a 1 liter bottle of Coca-Cola on the beach, and I took it and washed it, disinfected it. My water bottle had broken, and so I decided to use this 1 liter bottle of Coca-Cola as my new water bottle. I cleaned it really well. I used detergent plenty of times and alcohol to disinfect it. Rinse it many times. Absolutely clean. Then I started using it as a water bottle, and the first time I using it, I tasted something, and I was like, I'm tasting Coca-Cola. And I was tasting Coca-Cola. And so I did the second time, the third time, and now that maybe I have used it 20 times, I'm just tasting less of Coca-Cola. So these chemicals are so strong that the molecules get embedded in the plastic. And no matter how well you clean it, you can still taste the Coca-Cola in the plastic. Is that the reason Coca-Cola is so little interested in recycling? No, it's just they don't care. But what's behind this? Why? Well, Coca-Cola may be perhaps the oldest member of the Dow Jones Industrial in the New York Stock Exchange. It goes back to, what, 1800 something, maybe in the late 1800s? The stock, since its inception, must have multiplied in value many times, 100 times perhaps. So all this value is created from sugar water. So how can you make so much value out of water with sugar? Advertisement and creating this image that you must have this product and hooking people with sugar. This company must be worth a couple of $100 billion. And the only way to keep going, to have shareholders happy, is to grow. And then you have to advertise and push your product. I guess when you buy Coca-Cola, you're paying mostly for the very advertisement that is making you buy the Coca-Cola. Now let's not mention, let's keep going about diabetes. The number of people who get overweight and who have diabetes out of drinking Coca-Cola. What's the cost of that? Has anyone estimated how many $1 trillion the world has to pay every year to take care of all the sick people by Coca-Cola? It's no joke. You get hooked on this shit. And you drink it over and over. Now for Disneyland and Styrofoam, those are different stories.